Hello everybody, this is Sebastian Furtado and welcome. Today I felt inspired to talk about a perfume from a brand that I don't believe I've talked ever in this channel. I have a few from them. I have this one, I have Myriad, Spell on You, but that's more of my husband's perfume than mine. And then I have Apogée and Le Sable Rose. So the reason why I felt inspired to talk about this perfume, it's because I was just making some food. I'm expecting to have some people later for dinner, and it was like what I'm making is very cozy and warm, and I was just like, you know what, I want to wear something that has a kind of feeling of a homey, hearty. So I thought of this, and this is a stunning perfume, and I will spray shortly. This is Rhapsody or Rhapsody. I actually think it's Rhapsody because all the names of these perfumes I'm pretty sure are in English. So there's Myriad, Rhapsody, Cosmic Clouds. There are others, and there's collection because this is like the extract collection, les extraits collection. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm just taking a second just to enjoy this. I haven't worn this in a while. This is such a beautiful perfume. I had samples from all of these, and I just can't get over it. Just like, oh my god, it's so gorgeous. So this is a Chypre perfume. It's quite mossy, but the way this is worked, it's stellar. And Stellar Times is another one that's in this collection, I believe. This is such a creamy perfume. It's almost like I can touch it. It's almost like it's so full of texture that I can also almost taste it. Like if I could say, what would this? It's, to me, this has the texture of the crème brûlée, but the real crème brûlée, the one that does not go in the oven. To me, that's the real one because it's very old, and because crème brûlée is the burnt cream. It's one of my favorite desserts, and this recipe that I found, it calls itself the original recipe. I'm not one to dispute it. I don't know, but it's such a thick but velvety cream that it just melts in your mouth, and it's just wonderful. And to me, that dessert has, like, this perfume has that texture, if I could translate something, or a velvet, a silk velvet, the very soft texture as well. But it has this mossy bone or spine that holds it together. That's just like, it's just this, I'm just trying to picture something else in nature. I would say it's like a very soft moss, like very soft moss, and but I don't see green because it's so beige. Like, I guess this is a good color. It's like a kind of like a pale yellow, but it's not even this to me. It's more like beige, like, beige. Indeed. I don't, or even, yeah, it's like a very soft shade of green. This is like the Faux de Bois candle from Diptyque. It goes more like this shade here, like this green. It's a very creamy, soft, yeah, this would be a good color. This is the Feu de Bois candle by Duty. I really like this candle, you can tell. And it's gorgeous. It's just one of the most beautiful modern chypres that are out there, because I believe it's classified as a chypre. Actually, let me check the website, Louis Vuitton's website, to see what they say about this fragrance. Because it really is a stunner. Like I was saying before, still have samples from all of the perfumes from this collection, from the Les Extraits, I believe that's how it's called. I guess so. It doesn't really. I will find in a second. And although I really liked all of them, most of them I found like, yeah, okay, it's nice. This one caught me off guard right from the get-go. But this collection is quite expensive. Like, it's really expensive, over $500, I think, over $600 actually per bottle. And I believe Myriad is even a little bit more than that. So I managed to get extra samples from the ones I loved the most. At the time, it was just Rhapsody, because Myriad it wasn't available then. So I wore between 5 to 7 samples, like the original samples from the brand. And I said, yeah, when I ran out of the 7th, or whichever one it was, the last one, that's when I decided, yeah, I need this. So it hasn't been that long ago, actually. It's been a few months that I've had this bottle, and I absolutely love it. So on Louis Vuitton's website, they say, I don't want to read about the bottle. Okay, here. Where the horizon stretches out to infinity, an extraordinary journey begins. Captivating, exhilarating. This is where everything begins, and where everything is reborn in a perpetual olfactory alchemy. The master perfumer Jacques Avelier Beltrude reinvents one of the most sophisticated accords in perfumery, chypre, to elevate its DNA. Reinvents, wouldn't say reinventing, because I have smelled perfumes in the past that have a similar vibe to this. Not necessarily smell the same, but it has this beautiful, creamy approach to chypre, instead of being that classic, slightly fruity green, like dark green take. To elevate its DNA, radiant jasmine grandifloral mingles with ylang-ylang to transfigure patchouli and wreath it in light. Woody notes and vetiver intensify the structure for chiaroscuro relief, while fresh, clear mate intensifies the verdant character of this exquisitely crafted perfume, the quintessence of elegance. Rhapsody is part of Louis Vuitton's Les Extraits collection. Yeah, so it's Les Extraits. So Jacques Avelier is the perfumer behind this perfume. Like, he's the perfume behind all perfumes from Louis Vuitton. And I don't necessarily get specific notes. I never focused. I never really do focus, actually, to get specific notes out of perfumes. And because I find that when they're well done, or not, no, I'm gonna rephrase that. I find that if a perfume's intention is to present you with this beautiful abstract presence, I try to enjoy for what it is. I try to appreciate this abstract piece and go with it. But if you're telling me that, like, if this is what's called jasmine, do you know what I mean? Like, say, yeah, I would expect to smell jasmine and other things, but God, this is so soft. It's so soft. It's so creamy. Voluptuous. That's a perfect word for this perfume. So we mentioned jasmine, ylang-ylang, patchouli, woody notes, mate. I get the jasmine. Actually, now that I'm paying attention to it, I get the jasmine. I don't necessarily get the mate, because to me, mate, like in here, it's probably in a very small dose to add an under layer of 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 strength. It's in here to add a base, to not let it be just too floral or too fleeting. So it's working together with the heavier notes. I believe you mentioned vetiver. So yes, and I also mentioned ylang ylang. So I do get the jasmine and ylang ylang, because ylang ylang has that, it can't go in that banana-y kind of territory. It doesn't go here, but I detected the ylang ylang. So it is a floral chypre. It's not a fruity chypre. And yes, ylang ylang, jasmine. Interesting. It's actually the first time I'm paying attention to the notes. Supported by the heavier notes. That's pretty much what this is. But it's really, really well done to a way that when you just me just wearing it and smelling it around me, I don't really detect any notes. It's really one piece. It's one orchestra. Like it's really, really beautiful. Like really, really good perfume. Yeah, keynotes, vetiver, ylang ylang, mate. To me, it's mostly jasmine, ylang ylang, and the vetiver and the base. Yeah. What year did this perfume come out? I believe 2 years ago, max. Let me double check. (2021). So yeah, 3 years ago. Gorgeous, gorgeous perfume. It's really beautiful. If you could get your hands on it and get a sample of it, I would really recommend. Especially if you like chypre family, you would probably like this. I know I love it, but it's my taste, so that's why I recommend you trying it, so you can tell, you can figure out for yourself if you like it or not. So other perfumes from this collection, Les Extraits is Symphony, Stellar Times, Myriad, Cosmic Cloud, Dancing Blossom, and there are a few more. It's, yeah, I don't really think I have a whole lot more to say about it. Like I've said, I don't have a whole lot of perfumes from Louis Vuitton. I think they're very expensive. Some of them, like this one, are like the ones I have. I think are worth. Well, are really well. It's Louis Vuitton, so it's gonna be expensive. So if it's worth to you, I like try it, and if it ends up being worth to you, it's okay. To spoil ourselves once in a while. But once again, this is Rhapsody from Louis Vuitton, and it's a beautiful perfume. Oh, I forgot to mention the bottle. So for this collection, Les Extraits, they got Frank Gehry, I think his name is, to do his touch on the classic bottle of the brand. And Frank Gehry, I believe that's his name. It mentions him on Louis Vuitton's website. A bit more. Frank Gehry, yeah, one of the greatest architects of all time. He began with Mark Newson's original bottle. So the original bottle, it's very similar to this. It's just round, with exception because this one has a little. The bottom is almost round too, but you can see better from the top that it's not round. It's kind of like an eye-ish. No, I don't really know. It has, I believe it was meant to be a fish or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Let me read more about that. From the sculpture flourish emerges a transparent veil with the appearance of floating in the air at the bottom. So yes, the cap is supposed to be an engineer flower. It's heavy, not heavy, but it has a good weight to it. I believe it's aluminum. I'm not sure. Probably aluminum. It would be heavier for stainless steel, but I'm not sure. Not sure actually. Polished metal cap. It doesn't say what metal it is. But yes, this is and I believe he was the designer, the architect who designed the Louis Vuitton building foundation, the Louis Vuitton Foundation building in Paris. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. If you're planning a visit to Paris, I would highly recommend going to that foundation because it is beautiful. It's like a sailing ship, the building, and there's water that runs through it. It's really beautiful. I really recommend visiting that building if you can. And I believe it's free access. I don't believe you pay to get in. Yes, but yes, this was my take on this beautiful perfume. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend wherever you are. Bye bye.